Hello friends, I am Ankit from codingwordsonline.com and today I will show you how you can create login with Google or authentication with Google with the help of PHP. You might have noticed in many websites use the login with Google, login with Facebook. So we are one of them, that is login with Google, we are going to implement. So I will show you just a demo so that you can understand what we are going to make. So this is a demo. Okay, when I will click on this sign in with Google, Google accounts, I have the account which will open here. I will select one of them, let's say this one. After that, Google provides some details like name, email and profile pic. We will store them in our database for the reference, and now we are logged in. Okay, this is happened, or this is done in only one page, means without page refresh, means we are using everything from the web browser, not from server side. Okay, so we will implement it. If I will log out, then it will be logged out. If I have again I will click, then same thing will be happen. So you just need to go, we will implement it. uh, codingwordsonline.com. I will give the link in description. Just open this, and here are the sorry, here is a link. Here are the step-by-step process you can follow so that you can implement it without any errors. So first thing is create a project. We need to create a project. Click on that link. uh, yes, here click on the configure. If you have an already project, then you can select. If not, then create a new projects. Okay, uh, let's say my new project. Next, let's say my product. This will be the name. When we will click authenticate button, then the page will be redirected. This name will be shown there. My pro. Okay, now it will ask to select the calling from where we are calling, means from server or browser. So just wait. Yes, to select web browser, and we are calling from localhost. Okay, so I will select just nothing is this. Let's close that. Select localhost, or just type localhost. If you are calling from live, then obviously you will type the whole path, that is just like this, and just remove the forward slash. Okay, means this is simple the server or directory where your project is present. So if your present project has like in demo folder, sorry, means simply you have to just type the root directory. Okay, so we are calling from localhost. Just remove localhost. We are not giving the whole directory where our project is present. Just type from the server name, just that's it. Click on create. Here are some details. Just copy this client id, or you can download the json file. Copy, and here are the some process. Let's copy our client id here. Next thing is just copy this line and put in the head section. That's it. After that, copy this line and put it here. and this is our client ID. Cut here and just paste here. Okay, now this is the button. Place this code where you want to show your login button. That's it. Let's refresh our page. See, we got the button. See, we when we click the button, it goes to redirect to the Google Auth page and see that name, my product, and we can choose the account. But it will not do anything because we haven't created a callback or any function so that we can fetch the information. So let's see that. This is our function. So just copy this. Let's use a script tag here. This is the JavaScript code, or you can place it to a separate file. See, this is the function on sign in. If you want to rename it, then just rename this also. Okay. Now, see, we are putting it in console. We will see here. Just inspect. Come to the console page. Refresh. Click on sign in. Select the account, whatever you want. This is asking for the permission. See, we got this information: ID, provider ID, name, email, or sorry, profile pic URL, and the email ID. We will use store this information to our database. This is our table. Provider token, we are this is called the token ID also. Token ID or provider ID. So we can store here profile, email, and same. So this is just an example. I will show you an example, detailed example I have already created. So let's see this. This is just like a demo I shown already. Just click on see, we have one entry. Let's sign in with different account. Click on sign in. uh, okay. Just select this one here. Just page reloaded. Oh, sorry, page is not reloaded, but there is an ajax request. You remember the information we fetched in console, we received in a variables, and we created an ajax request to send it to the server, and we stored the information, and after that getting the response we displayed the information. See, so I will show you the explain you the code. This is the actual code, index.php. So just focus on this line. This is the same line we copied from here. Oh, sorry, this one. Just I appended this on load request to render button async defer. I will just explain. This is the same client ID, and just this is the Google sign in button. Where's my demo? This one. If, let's log out this. See, this is the just text, and this is the just a loader. Initially it is hidden, and this is the box. After that, initially this is also hidden. After clicking on the button and after getting the information, then we will show it. Initially it is hidden. Okay, then just focus on this button. Okay, so after clicking this button, or we can say on page load of this is the function name, this will be called. So I have created a separate JavaScript for this. See, render button, this one. After page load or click on the page, this will be the executed. Okay, so keep it as it is. After, if when we click on the button on sign in will be executed. Okay, after that it will fetch the information. This is the same code as we see in on the different page. This is the information I stored in a variables. Okay, I just showed an loader and I hide the login button and call this another function and receive those variables or details in a function, and I created an ajax request and passed the detail to a script. Okay, so let's see the script.php or script.php. See, this is the provider means Google. If this happen, we will receive those variables. We checked if already we have the same detail, then we don't have to store the information. If we don't have the information, then we have to insert this. So this is the just a select query with by we know that provider id or token id will be unique, so this can be a where condition. uh, this is the query. If a provider id equals to google and auth id equals to this, if number is greater than 0 means we have to update the detail, or we can see we don't have to store the detail or insert the detail. If number is less than 0 means we don't have that user, then insert the record, execute the query and return the result logged in. After that we have split that with the help of this sign. If means this will be become an array. If data of 1 is equal to logged in, then we loader icon we have to hide, login button we have to hide, and we put the information, oh sorry, profile image to the src, and we just putting these the information to these labels. Initially they are blank. After we get the information from the backend, we just put them, and we just shown that card initially that was hidden. After placing the detail, after placing the detail into this label, we will just show this label, sorry, this login detail box. Fine. And we have a logout button also. This is logout button. If we click on the logout button, this function will be executed, and what will be it will do, it will just login details box will hide, loader icons will hide, and again the login button will be shown. Fine. I hope you got understand. And don't worry, I will provide the source code. You can find the complete working source code from here. This is just a tutorial. Already I have created this tutorial so that you can implement it without any errors. So this is the complete detail how I did it, why it is used, step by step process. Okay, see this. These are the files, these are the things, script file or what you have to do. Remember one thing, we are using jQuery here, means we are using the jQuery function. Then make sure before using this file you have to include jQuery also. It doesn't matter whether you include cdn or anything else, just include so that it will work. See, this is the JScript file, this is the PHP script file, and one thing I left, there is a connection file to database. I know you already know how to create database connection. This is just an easy task. After that you will run the task, it will click on the button, process box will be shown. After that you fetch the detail, and this is the, you can find the source code from here. I have created a GitHub repository for that. You can find the source code files here. Okay, if you liked the video, or if you got the concept, please like the video, share the video, and comment if this code works for you, and please visit my blog also. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.